Hello everyone. Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to make couples animations. I'm just going to show you the basics on how to do it. I'll just start off with my standing pose I got right here. Just saved. You can press the animation button. And for those of you that don't know how to do animations, basically this entire line right here, these are keyframes. So like say you wanted to move the arm. You can go like this. Make sure you're on origin and local though, because I can mess up the fingers sometimes. So you can go like that. Okay, wait. Okay. So say we're on keyframe 1 right now. So we're gonna go, let's go 5 keyframes in. Select the arm. We're gonna rotate it. Alright, and then we're gonna press edit, select all, set keyframe. And see how it only selects this part so far? To make sure I have the whole body selected so it doesn't work as an overlay instead of like an actual whole body animation, I press copy keyframes, paste keyframes, and then set keyframe again, and it turns the whole thing yellow. So basically, you can see the animation goes over the 5 frames. The arm just moves. It's a pretty basic animation we got there. So say you want to do something like make a couple animation. So basically, you're gonna have to find the frame that you want your pose in. Say like you want the arm one, or do you want the standing one? I'm just gonna use the arm one for reference. Go to File, go to Export, Wavefront to Object. Press Yes. It doesn't mess up your animations, by the way. It just gives you that error it just gives you that warning for some reason. So let's say we're gonna do arm sim. So we're going to save it. It's going to take a while to save. Sometimes it takes... Okay. And then we're going to press open. We don't want to save that. I'm going to go standing base. Okay. So we're going to go to File, Import. You're going to go Wavefront Object. Going to import that object. So you see now that the sim is there. So using the wavefront object, you can, just so we can move it so we can see, and then we're gonna, okay. So we're gonna do this just so we can, just for representation of, not this, just for representation. So like, say you got that. By using wavefront objects, you can easily match up like fingers, or like if they're like holding each other, you can match up their arms. So if you want to make animations, this is the way you can make it so the sims match up to each other. So basically, you just make the animations separate from each other. And then you use the wavefront object, export and import, in order to like make sure that the keyframes match up to one another. And that's basically all you do. A note, if you do use too many wavefront objects, everything will disappear. I don't know why. And another warning, you cannot get rid of the wavefront objects as far as I know. So once you import them, they're forever there. So sometimes I just go like this in order to make sure that it's not in the way. I make the sim go all the way over here. And I go select all. Gonna export wavefront object. Sim. Okay. And so after it loads, okay. And so say import wavefront object, sim. So it'll import this. And another note, if you already have a wavefront object on the thing, it will keep that one imported. So like if you want to say, if you've imported a wavefront object into this project and you want to export another wavefront object, it will take both of those objects. So it'll export everything that's showing up in the file right now. It won't just take the individual sim that you have highlighted. So it does get pretty crowded when it comes to animations. That's probably the hardest part about couples animations. I don't really know any other tips to give. It's basically just like a learning process. You just gotta work on it. But a tip that I have is that when you use wave front object import and export, make sure when you're exporting it, the sim is far away from the center, because when you're in the center, that's where you want to focus when you're doing animations, when you put them back. If you export them and then import them and they're all the way on the side, you can just move the sim over, and then you can edit it here. You can edit the couple animation here, and then once you're done editing and matching them up, you can just drag the sim back to the middle, and then you can actually export the pose from there. When you're exporting the actual animation, make sure that they're not like all the way out here if you're doing the method that I do. Make sure they're here, or else in game they'll be like way off and you'll have to have a lot of trouble placing them. Yeah, I don't really have any other tips. Couples animations basically work just the same as any animation, any pose. Exporting is the same. You go to File, Export, go down to Anim Exporter version 101. I'm just going to save it as sim. Body overlay. And that's it. And then just export it. They work the same exact thing as poses, so if you don't know how to export poses and code poses, go look at my other tutorial and you'll figure it out there. Yeah, so basically animations are the same exact thing as poses. They just involve keyframes and matching things up. I hope this helped. I don't know how much it would help, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed some of my tips. And yeah.